Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, to our spectators, to our dear educators. Welcome to the final round of this debate competition, the first Shirlyn Bañas debate round. Now, we would like to introduce to you our debaters. He would allow us to read their profile. Taking the House of the Government is from Mindanao State University. Their Prime Minister is Mr. Ronnie John Barrientos, a fourth-year student taking Bachelor of Arts in Political Science. Their Deputy Prime Minister is Ms. Sheila Manlokay, another fourth-year student of AP Political Science. And their Government Whip is Ms. Shirlyn de la Rosa, fifth-year student of BS Accountancy. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, their Prime Minister is a peace advocate, their Deputy Prime Minister is a children's welfare advocate, and their Government Whip is an environmental conservator. And taking the opposition side of the House is Brokenshire College, led by their opposition leader, Justine M. Decremento. A child involved in the final opposition, a fourth-year psychology student and a student leader, and his favorite color is blue. Their deputy opposition leader is Mr. Jonathan Reyes Jr., humble yet hungry for glory. And their opposition leader is a Supreme Student Council second-year representative, a first-time debater, Ms. Jofel Mariam Testori. This afternoon, we will be faced with the best motion that this House believes that Naruto Manga Anime Series helps a child to become a better person. So to formally open this debate, we are calling in the Prime Minister of the government side.
A golden rule, even if wrapped indigenously, will not diminish its value. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This afternoon, we are facing the motion that this House believes that Naruto Manga Anime Series helps a child to become a better person. Indeed, at the end of the day, we, the government side, will prove to you that Naruto is good for our children, that Naruto helps a child to grow a better person. But before that, allow me to define the terms that we believe the government side is vital for this debate. First, helps. We define this as 2A. Second, Naruto, this anime series popular most to the young. The parameters will be set in the Philippines, and this debate will be discussed with the effects of the series to 18 to 15 young individuals. For the purpose of this debate, allow me to give, since this is a value judgment debate, allow me to give the standards that we believe the government is practical for this debate. A series helps a child to become a better person if it gives the child understanding of different perspectives. Secondly, that limitations will not hinder a person to success. Third, that dreaming and achieving that dream is not impossible. Fourth, that strength is not a measure of power. And fifth, that the series represents the journey of the child from prosecution to glory. Before our arguments, allow me to give you the status quo. Naruto is one of the most popular anime series that has been going on for 15 years. Actually, it just recently concluded at its 70th chapter. Ladies and gentlemen, Naruto was interpreted in different languages, especially in English, for other persons and ethnicities to understand this Japanese manga. Naruto is a child viewed by the people around him as a devil, for he possessed this unique power called the beauty. As a child, Naruto grew in a world of hatred and war, a world with injustice, fear, and prejudice. People go away from him, people hate the power within him. He was viewed in disgust, but still he dreamed, he fought, he did not give up, and have risen as the strongest Hokage in history. Clearly, the series depicted real-life situation in the status quo. We live in a world of cruelty, but that we should dream, that we should fight, that we should strive, and at the end of the day, we will reach success. For the government bench, we have 6 arguments today. 2 will be discussed by yours truly, and the 4 other arguments will be discussed by the Deputy Prime Minister. First, the series empowers the concept of self-worth. Second, that it opens understanding to different perspectives. Third, the series values the importance and functions of family as an institution. Fourth, the series upholds the value of bonds of friendship. Fifth, the series given a sense of responsibility to perform commitments and provisions and promises. Sixth, the barriers the heroism and patriotism. It banners the heroism and patriotism of a citizen of this country. Allow me to discuss to you 2 of our arguments. First, the series empowers the concept of self-worth. As my background on my previous speech, ladies and gentlemen, Naruto grew in a world of disgust. He was viewed by people as a devil. He grew in a world, he entered school that people already prejudiced him as a bad person. But still, he tried his best. He was not a son of one of the most popular in the story. He was not a son of a politician. He was not a son of a rich person. He even grew as a child as a loner. He did not have a mother and he didn't have a father. But still, even though he didn't have the most powerful techniques in the story, he still tried his hard to pursue on his dream of becoming the Hokage, the head of their place, the Leaf Village, ladies and gentlemen. His first technique was the Kabibushi technique, or the ability to multiply yourself. For others that would devour the world, that was just a magical technique. But Naruto tried hard. Ladies and gentlemen, what makes extraordinary people is the word extra, that is different from ordinary. Naruto never slept and tried his best to work and work and work and work. He studied and studied and studied and studied. Even though he is not rich, even though he was not born powerful, he worked and worked and worked and worked. He did extra jobs. When others are sleeping, he's still awake. When others are resting, he's still praying. And at the end of the day, he became the strongest ninja in history. The most famous known to the ninja world and in this world, ladies and gentlemen. This theory tells you that even though you were born big, that even though you were born inferior, there is no chance that you could not succeed. What matters is the word extra, for it creates ordinary persons extraordinary. Second point, that it opens understanding different perspectives. When we people watch movies and TV series, we already view villains as bad. When we say, oh, who is the kontrabida? Oh, I hate him. Oh, he is bad. But in Naruto, ladies and gentlemen, even the culprits, even the killers, even if you're familiar with Pain, even if you're familiar with Hitachi, at the first beginning of the story, they were viewed as bad people. However, ladies and gentlemen, the author gave the audience their perspective. The author explained the audience their side. It is not that we judge people, but it is we should understand people. What's the problem with us, ladies and gentlemen? That we prejudice people. That if you were born with a QB, you are already bad. That if you were born black, then you cannot go to college. That if you're indigenous people, you cannot create your own company. You cannot be a politician. You cannot be the president. That if you are gay, then you are already bad in this society. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what the story wants to correct on us. The prejudice, ladies and gentlemen. Naruto, even though he was prejudiced in the society, he still strived. The other persons like Itachi, Pain, or Ichimaru, even though they were first depicted as bad in the story, the author have provided us an idea that, hey, these people can change, that, hey, these people can help, that, hey, these people can be better. So for that, ladies and gentlemen, for the 2 points, we believe that Naruto is a good influence for the young individuals. For children are great imitators, and it's just okay for all of us to do Kagebunshin technique and imitate Naruto.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon to my worthy opponents, and good afternoon to my fellow debaters, and good afternoon to our qualified educators. The father of the man is the child. according to Sigmund Freud. Before I continue to my contentions, I would like to challenge the definition of the government side about the age as the parameter of the child as 15 to 18 years old. 8 to 15? Okay, it was not clarified, thank you. 8 to 15. So, thank you for clarification. I would like to continue. This house believes that Naruto Manga Anime Series helps a child to become a better person. But this house of the house believes that it does not help a child to become a better person. This is because of certain points. But before I continue to the contentions, I would like to agree with the saying of what they have said, that great imitators, our children are great imitators. And because of that, I would like to support that with my points. First point, psychologically. Psychologically, it promotes violence, it promotes anxiety, it promotes harm to the psychological capacity of the person. First, violence. Violence psychologically produces anxiety. Anxiety is a risk factor in a growing child. And because of this, it depicts war. Naruto depicts war. After every season, there is a great
Point, sir.
Yes.
How can you equate violence to anxiety in this situation when anxiety is referred to as worrying?
Because, thank you for that question. Because violence and it promotes worrying that the world is such a cruel place. When you see the image of war in Naruto, it shows us that there are monsters. There are possible monsters that could trigger the people for the children, that there are monsters, and that depicts anxieties, that they would be worrying about stuff. Let me continue. Psychologically, it is disastrous to their psychological growth. Next is the talk of morality. If you have seen Naruto, or watched Naruto, or have read the manga, it depicts profanity. It shows us a little bit, yet a little bit could be a showcase of what is big. If you have seen the image of Kurinai and Tsunade in Naruto, they show their cleavage. Is that even moral? It's not. It stirs up the minds of the people to think about such green things. And green things and these things could stimulate, and again, the father of the man is the child. It promotes thoughts that are provoking. Yes? It promotes provoking thoughts that could cause the person to do such things. Like,
Point, sir.
yes.
This is a value judgment debate, so please provide us your standards of how would you define morality, or if anything helps a child or not, so that we could understand your points. Thank you.
Okay, let me continue. Again, it provides, when you it decreases our, it makes us show thoughts of again, profanity. For our next, our discussed by our DPM, which is addiction, and it is unrealistic, and it is no educational value. For now, I rest my case.
The speakers spoke for 5 minutes and 22 seconds. 2 points of information were raised and were accepted.
Okay, once again, good afternoon everyone, and I welcome you all to the final round of this debate 2014. So again, we are faced with a motion that this House believes that Naruto manga or anime series helps a child to become a better person. Ladies and gentlemen, at the end of this debate, we will prove to you, the government side will prove to you that indeed this Naruto manga and anime or anime series indeed helps a child, the Filipino children, to become a better person. But before I will continue to lay down to you and discuss to you the remaining arguments of this government side of the House, I would like to rebut a point being raised by this opposition side of the House. So, firstly, the opposition side of the House is telling us of that this Naruto as giving a showcase of showcasing violence, anxiety, because it depicts war. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are an even audience of Naruto or even just familiar with it, Naruto anime series is helpful to children aging 8 to 15 years old for the reason that this Naruto anime series, it depicts the best and worst case scenarios of becoming a better person, ladies and gentlemen. And to continue or put more fiber in our case, as what I've discussed to you by my Prime Minister, with the standards he laid out to you, ladies and gentlemen, of how Naruto manga helps a child to become a better person, and being supported by the first two arguments that he discussed, which were the following. The series empowers the concept of self-worth. Second, the series opens the mind and understanding of different perspectives. Ladies and gentlemen, as the second speaker of the government side of the House, I will present to you these following arguments. Naruto helps a child to become a better person because, third, the series values the importance of functions of family as an institution. Fourth, the series upholds the value and bonds of friendship. Fifth, the series gives a sense of responsibility to perform commitments and promises. And last, the Naruto series banners the heroism and patriotism of a citizen to its country. Now, for our third argument, the Naruto series values the importance of functions of family as an institution. As we all know, ladies and gentlemen, the family is the basic unit of the society. And in the Naruto series, ladies and gentlemen, you can see that Naruto is an orphan. But during his stay in the town of Konoha, he was able to find family with the citizens of the town, with the elders, with the authorities, and with his friends. Ladies and gentlemen, we have this common notion that a family, you call it a family, it composed a mother, a father, and children. But in the Naruto series, ladies and gentlemen, we are given a picture that the sense of having a family, the sense of belongingness, cannot only be found with our family, with our mother or father, with our siblings, ladies and gentlemen, but with the series Naruto, we are, although a child who is an orphan is being encouraged or is given hope that you can still find the family, that you can still feel the sense of belongingness with your friends, ladies and gentlemen, with the elders in the society, with the authorities, ladies and gentlemen. And how does this help the Filipino children to become a better person? Ladies and gentlemen, this sense of valuing
smiling because of this opportunity right now. Thank you. Yes. To start, this said Naruto series or manga, or the anime series of Naruto and its manga series as well, said by the government depicts values. Values that could be used or could help in a child's rearing or to make them a better person. And they stated the parameter of the age as, what again? 15. So I just like to point out I have a nephew 7 years old who's already reading this, so maybe that's a miracle or something. 8 to 15. They depicted values that would close family ties, close bonds of friendships. What else? Starting from nothing and becoming something, becoming the star, becoming strong from weak. Well, let me just say this, sir. Isn't that the plot for every single manga series or every movie you see on the TV? As I say, or let me point this out. Namamatay ba ang bida? Paano ba ang bida? So with that in mind, and yes, they once again said great imitators. As far as I've studied my psychology course, we've reached maybe the catacombs or the life phases of the early childhood development, and it's at 8 to 15. I think very much. I know very much that from 8 to 10.
Sir,
Yes.
are you questioning the definition? This debate should anchor in the definition given to you by the government side. We, the government, has the prerogative to set parameters here. So are you questioning our definition? You are not the opposition leader.
Well, I'm defending the opposition side, sir. Sorry. Whatever. That's seriously sorry, it's the first debater. Great imitators. I don't think that the depicted value that they said will be realized of the children 8 to 15. If they start at that early age, the values they depicted are just, it is realistic, but seriously, I've been around these people, manga adding people, anime adding people, Naruto adding people. I've been around these people, they don't depict that. They trash talk. They learn words from this Naruto that will harm them, that lessens their value in the real world.
Point, sir.
Oh, thanks. And the said bigger. The said bigger by their second speaker, or the point that she raised to add more vigor was to self. Or to become someone because of this. And well, like I said, it is too unrealistic, sir. And they said it's the stories is for the best and for the worst. It depicts the best and the worst. I think it is two best and two worst. Is it really happening? What is happening on those magazines? Are they really happening in the real life? Can the children see that? Can they interpret it that way? I don't. If their minds work like my opponents here, my working opponents, my really wise opponents, I think they will. But I think majority of the students won't. 8 to 15, they really won't. Okay, on to my arguments. It is addicting. It can cause family problems, psychological problems for the child. Just the other day, I took money out of LBC, sent my mom abroad, and someone in front of me was sending off money to buy. Actually, was picking up manga cards, Naruto manga cards. And he was paying, if I'm not mistaken, 800 plus. And the counter lady said, where did the money come from? His allowance. So with that saying, it is really different. Couldn't we say that it's destructive in their education, for the education? And this said student that was taking the manga cards was 16 years old. I saw it in the story. He was 16 years old. So the Bible is saying that 8 to 15 of the people, or the majority that could be helping with this, or in this, affected in this topic, is their developmental stage. After that, what is next? They become addicted. They are already in the Naruto world. they've already been depicted by this, they are addicted to it, and they just continue and continue, and they just continue with this, and thus taking them out from the real world and into their world, and making them vulnerable for something else. It makes them weaker.
Wait, sir.
No, thanks. It makes them weaker as a person. It makes them, it doesn't help them realize their potential because they're stuck into it, because of their addiction to it. The educational values, there is none. The perspective which they said, there is none. I'm saying this on personal experiences. I've been with these people. Some of my friends, or most of my friends, I think, actually 3 of my friends, which are in Mindanao, they never went on to college.
Sir.
And mostly, they are affiliated, when they were affiliated with Naruto Series, they were also affiliated with the online games of it. And I've seen the online links for this manga series, and it is linked with pornographic sites, violent sites, this video sites, and they're all destructive for our mind. And with this, I'm saying, I don't think there's more to be argued and debated here. The moral, the values, there is none. If there was, I think the educational system would have considered putting this in our educational system. With this, I end my debate. Thank you.
So, Ms. Badi, once again, good afternoon. We are limited to the motion that this House believes that Naruto manga/anime series helps a child to become a better person, and that the government is standing on the ground that a golden book, even if wrought indigenously, will not diminish its value. What has transpired during the debate is that the opposition side of the House has 5 contentious issues and concepts against the government. First is that psychologically, it creates violence to the minds of these children because this war causes anxiety. Ladies and gentlemen, how does this war cause anxiety? They like as if they are bypassing relationships from arguments to feelings. You cannot just assert that because there is war, you can have already anxiety. Anyway, these children has accepted the fact that this manga anime series of Naruto is a literal piece of art which is representing the holistic status quo, and it's not a real happening in the society. Before I proceed to the next point, Shirlyn.
May I just ask, how do you see the way you're asserting the evidence that we have presented?
There is no evidence presented that the thinking of war causes anxiety in the context of Naruto manga anime series. And this is a value judgment debate. Supposed to be you or to answer and to contend to the standards given by my Prime Minister. It's as if you are creating your own case that you are so afraid to have a mutual exclusivity with the government side. You would like to contend other issues which are not brought up by the government. And how can you now create the clash? Supposed to be the opposition side has the burden of clash, and that the government's burden is the burden of proof which is substantiated by our standards and arguments. Now, proceeding to my next point of morality as contended with the opposition side. It is putting up profanity. Yes, they are claiming profanity, and that is saying of bad words, but their evidences are pornography. Because this Sunade is showing a part of the book, but not the whole book. Then how can that be profanity? Their claims, their assertions were backed up by far-flung evidences, which is not even true. Because pornography is not about being sexy. It's about violating the concept, the mind of the audience about in an approach. That is why our theme is a golden book, even if rough indigenously. The Naruto and Manga Series cannot be represented by real human beings in movies because we are targeting the children to become better persons. And we target children by arousing their interest through the mediums that attracts them. That is why it is called an anime. Next is that Naruto Manga Series later please, it has no educational value. They did not even give us any standards on how to determine that it has an educational value or it doesn't have an educational value. Ladies and gentlemen, education is not just about learning mathematics, learning English, learning science. Education is also about value formation. And I cannot imagine that they are claiming that there is no educational value of Naruto, when in fact, the government side of the house has been proving to you 6 points of arguments from my Prime Minister to my Deputy Prime Minister about the educational value that has been brought up by Naruto into the public, especially the children. Now, they are committing tautological arguments. It's just like saying, Naruto is bad because Naruto is not giving good effects. What is the process in between? You cannot just claim it. You cannot just say, I am beautiful because I look good. Give us the standards of beauty so that we can assess that what you are saying is really true. Next is that our arguments about the concept of self-worth is being manifested by Naruto. Because despite and in spite of all his struggles, he was able to value himself without the need of approval of the people around him. Now, ladies and gentlemen, to finally weigh up the arguments of both sides, the government side has argued with the best and worst case scenario of being a better person. Even if the environment is conducive, even if the environment is unfair, if these concepts of Naruto showing to us is applied, you will really become a good person. And at the end of the day, the government has been proving to you that even if life is unfair, if the moral lesson is there, the golden book, even if rough indigenously, will not diminish its value, even if you cannot interpret it the way it should be. With this, I temporarily rest our
Speakers.
In the opposition group. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, to my fellow co-debaters and to the adjudicators. This house believes that Naruto manga and anime series doesn't help a child to become a better person. But before that, I would like to rebut some of the discussion of this house, the government. They interpret the Naruto holistic crime, but then not all children interpret that Naruto anime manga series in that way. What we interpret? We are talking here about children or child. From the word child, what do you think about child? Child like our age? Okay, let's put it in this way that you have put the age 8 to 15. So are we sure that all 8 to 15 years old children have this comprehension or interpretation as we comprehend that movie? Okay, first, I would like to emphasize these points that we have in our house. First, Naruto manga or anime series doesn't help the child to become a better person. Why? It promotes violence. Why? Children is they're much appreciated what they are watching, not the myth of their watching. They're just, oh, Naruto is a cool, oh, Naruto has the pubic, oh, etc. Right? They are, no. Okay. Let's proceed to profanity. Profanity, which you said that Sunada is just showing her boobs. Yes, but we don't hold you said that it is not pornography because she is not showing all parts of her body. But then, we don't hold the imagination of children. Even you, even us, we have this mind, that very wide mind, that if evaluate friendship. But then in friendship, in terms, they have fought with Sasuke before they have the friendship again. So we should apply that also, because they have said before that we should apply because to become like better like this, right? They have said that before. So next, there is no moral values at all. Why? First, we watch movie for physical. Next, the visual effects of it, not the content. This is true that children are not looking or acting for the lesson, or I'm not degrading the children, but in reality, because they are children in the first place, children would after for the let's watch Naruto because there is the fight with this and with that, and Naruto I know will won and like this and like that. Next. It affects the child psychologically. Why? When the Naruto Anime Manga Series show us or show in television or in media what is happening in that movie or in the book, so the child or the children could imagine something beyond. Like, for example, the nine tails with the inside of Naruto. You could imagine something, oh, there is something blah blah blah, you can say that something in your mind, am I right? So next.
Madam, please.
Next, it makes the child dysfunctional of the society. Why? If you want moral values, if you want to be holistic, if you want to be competent,
Please.
you don't. We believe that if this Naruto manga anime series could help child to become a better person, so I suggest that, okay, on the edge you put it into the curriculum. Okay, sure, if we are, well, come on, let's watch this, right? But in the first place, while you're watching the Naruto, you are not getting the concept or the myth or the interpretation that Naruto is a very good boy. He is valuing friends, he has a bunch of friends, and he reconciled with Sasuke. No, you cannot. No, you cannot, am I right? Because at the first place, it is violent. We will go back again to our point that violence again. Why? Because, okay, that Naruto should make some effects there and fight there to become, oh, Naruto is strong, even he is weak when he is a normal, ordinary person. Am I right? So next.
Point.
Okay. Again, I go back to not all children interprets Naruto manga or anime series in that way of being understanding different perspectives. Next, or self-worthy. Because in interpreting that movie or while reading that book, manga series, you cannot, Naruto is a good boy, he's just like this. Oh, he is a self-worth. Oh, understanding different perspective in life. But then again, it is just all imagination. And before I end this, I would like to remind you again our theme, the father of the man is the boy. So this house believes that Naruto manga or anime series doesn't help a child to become.
And series was created for enjoyment, recreation, not children development. It has caused much worse already than good. And deep down, you know that. A child is an imitator. They do what they see, but first they try. And if they don't succeed, they will try it again. And with these series and mangas on hand, children will imitate a lot. And we believe some of this, or more, or majority of this, are immoral, wrong, and defiant of what is socially accepted in the real world. And that is why Naruto series are kept in books and TVs and should not be in the real world. Real tools for becoming a better person are developed for the whole world. All provide to be considered in all places, all areas of the globe. Not a manga series derived from Japan and based on their minds only, not considering the minds of the minds and the stages of growth of a Filipino boy. That is all. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us all be reminded of the concept of the children in conflict with the law. Those who are below 18 years old are perceived to be innocent. That's why they are addiction, the concept of violence, or the concept of these good moral values that Naruto is simply addressing to the public, especially the children. Ladies and gentlemen, the government side of the house would like to propose to you the idea that life is indeed unfair, that life is indeed unfavorable and sometimes favorable. So therefore, the opposition side of the house concepts of idealism is very far-flung from the idea that a person can be better. Because being better is not done in a conducive environment. Progress will never be born without a challenge, which is in reality being depicted by this Naruto series. Out of this Naruto series, a simple illustration of literature, we can now have a tree from a seed, a cell into humans. Because Naruto was perceived to be first a beast, but he was accepted by the society due to his hard work, due to his struggles, and that is shown nowadays in us. We are being challenged as Filipinos, even as children, with the high educational standards, with very low literacy rates. The children are being challenged in an inhumane and in a not conducive environment. But these students need what? Inspiration. And this Naruto has given them that. That is why it lasted for 15 years. And if Naruto is more of immorality than good values, then it did not survive supposed to be for 15 years. This Naruto has taught us that failures is the road to success. Because success is but a mastery of failures. Now to close this debate, let me inculcate to your minds this quotation from Albert Einstein. We are all born geniuses, but if you will judge a fish by the way it climbs a tree, then it will render its existence stupid. Ladies and gentlemen, which side has proven the truth? The government side, indeed, has proven to us that Naruto or Manga Anime series helps a child to become a better person. Even though this golden book of values, which is represented by Naruto, is wrought indigenously, the value of itself will not diminish. And it is one of the best ways to teach a child on how to become a better person. Once again, the government must hold more waters than the opposition side. With that, I